But I'd say to people, I think I want to be a writer, and people say, a writer, son, you're going to have a really good imagination. What does that mean, to have a good imagination? Because the word itself is terrifying. And they say, you're going to have to be very creative, aren't you? And what does it mean to be creative? They're scary things. But, you know, we go on and realise that each of us is deeply creative. Just to be human is to be deeply creative and to be deeply imaginative. And they'd also say, but son, you're just growing up in this little ordinary town. What are you going to have to write about? And for a long time I thought, oh, maybe they're right. Maybe I have to write about somewhere kind of distant and somewhere magical and somewhere strange, somewhere I didn't really know anything about. And it was only when I got to a kind of certain age and looked back and realised that actually the place where I'd come from, very ordinary, like all ordinary places, was filled with extraordinariness and miraculousness. And it's really interesting in this book when people said to me, what you're going to have to write about, son, you know, you're just growing up in Felling. One of my great joys was when the illustrator of this book, Eleanor Taylor, did the pictures. I'll try and find the spread, excuse me. One of the main spreads is of the high street in the town where I grew up. And it even has the little alleyway leading down to my Uncle Amos's printing shop, and above it says Almond Printer. And I remember as a little boy passing underneath that sign, and by that time the printing shop had closed. My Uncle Amos had moved on, but the sign stayed all the time I was growing up. And I fell in love with print in that little print